Hey YouTube, welcome once again to Cousin Vinny's Place. I wanted to make a part two video about the South Florida school shooting. Um, Certain information came to light today that kind of confirmed my suspicions from yesterday. Um, and that is that a multitude of agencies kind of dropped the ball um, on this. First and foremost, the FBI. They're yeah, oh my God. I'm kind of incensed at this. So it turns out that back in September of 2016, they got a tip from someone. They sent a YouTube screenshot of Cruz saying that he wanted to be a professional school shooter. And supposedly the FBI couldn't really identify him, even though it had his name right on it. And there were only 8 Nicholas Cruzes in the United States, so I don't see how they couldn't, track him down. Um, at least that's what they said, and so they stopped the investigation. They couldn't go further or whatever. Then January the 5th, I guess a close associate, I don't know if you want to call it associate, but someone close to Cruz reported a tip on the FBI tip line, said that he had weapons and he was going to shoot up schools, and provided specific information. And that tip wasn't followed up, either. So 2 times, see something, say something, you report it to the FBI, nothing. So that's the first failure. Then the Broward County Sheriff gets out today and says that at least 20 times, 20, they received calls for service on Nicholas Cruz. Um, and nothing. And I mean, incidents of domestic violence, and so they knew this kid. The Broward County Sheriff knew this kid intimately because they went out 20 times. Now some reports are saying it's as much as 39 times. So somewhere between 20 and 39 times. Okay, he's had interactions with the Broward County Sheriff's Department. So he was known to the Broward County Sheriff's Department, and they did nothing. So that's 2. The school system. He was expelled last year for causing trouble, and the superintendent won't say why, because he says it's privacy, whatever. He was threatening students. Up until recently, he was threatening students, was told not to come back to school. So obviously he was kicked off school grounds after returning to the school that he was expelled from. So he was threatening students. I believe there's reporting that students notified school administrators or teachers or someone in the school district. So the school district knew that this kid was a problem. So now you got 3. Supposedly, there's also some other reporting that just came out a little while ago that said that Child Family Protective Services went to him sometime last year because he was cutting his hands on Snapchat or something like that to gain attention or something like that. So you got the Broward County Sheriff's Department. So you have a multitude of agencies that knew this kid was trouble, and not one of them did a goddamn thing. Now, I've always said that these incidents don't happen in a vacuum, and it's true. The majority of them, there were warning signs everywhere. Look at Fort Hood, look at San Bernardino, look at the Boston Bombers, look at Sandy Hook, look at all of them. All right, they've all got warning signs, and it's up to the law enforcement professionals that we put our trust in to see these warning signs and to stop them. Well, they haven't been doing a damn good job, have they? So this is a systemic problem, and to be bombarded by the progressives that oh well, we need a ban on gun. This is not a problem with that. This is a problem. This is a systemic problem. Warning signs were not either they didn't see them, refused to see them, or saw them and did nothing. So somewhere along the line, like I said, these things don't happen in a vacuum. This kid didn't wake up on Valentine's Day and go, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go anywhere today. Instead, I'm going to go back to my old school and shoot it up. That's not what happens, okay? The Boston Bombers didn't just decide, hey, you know what would be fun? You know, let's wait for the marathon, and you know what? Let's just get some pressure cookers and just you know blow the people that are you know. It doesn't happen like that. These people don't just wake up and start murdering. It doesn't. That's not the human condition. Humans are not meant to just wake up and spur of the moment commit murder. Murder is a heinous act. Okay, it takes a lot to drive a person to murder. All right, so there are warning signs. There are cries for help everywhere along the line, and the fact that this is a systemic, the fact that there are multiple agencies involved in this should chill everyone to the bone. Okay, uh, like I said, CPS, the school system, the Broward County Sheriff's Department, and the FBI all knew that this kid was trouble, and they all dropped the ball. They're all responsible. I'm sorry, they're all partly responsible. And as a parent and a grandparent, this pisses me the hell off. And if that was one of my children or grandchildren that are lying in a morgue, guess what? I would be filing a lawsuit. I'm sorry, I'd be filing a lawsuit against everybody involved because they dropped the ball and this could have been prevented. This absolutely could have been prevented. And it could have been prevented very easily by people doing their damn jobs. Okay? The FBI has a responsibility to protect us. They ask us to place their trust in them. And then when we call them with a legitimate tip, because this guy, is going to go off the rails any minute, and they do nothing about it, and then 17 innocent people get slaughtered, you're damn right. If I was a parent or grandparent or one of those people, I'd be in court right now filing a damn lawsuit against everybody. Because apologies is not enough. Apologies are not enough. You got dead kids, okay? Because you couldn't do your damn job. Because you couldn't follow a lead. Okay? If you don't want to do your job, then get out of the way. But okay, this is horrific. Okay? This is horrific. And we've been and conservatives have been bludgeoned for the past 2 days, okay, by these leftist progressives, okay, clamoring for gun control. When gun control is not this, okay, because of the information that came out today, this is proof that this was not a gun issue. All right? So please spare me. All right? This is a failure of the system. This is a failure of government. This is a failure. All right? And I said it yesterday. I said you have to find out where these failures happen in the chain, and you got to fix these problems. But it is not a gun issue. Okay? This is not a gun issue at all. All right? And he should not have come near a weapon. All right? Because this kid had problems from years ago, according to the Broward County Sheriff. All right? And the fact that Broward County did nothing, okay? The fact that they did nothing and allowed him to go and get a weapon, they're responsible, okay? That's where the failure is. And CPS also, when he was cutting himself, okay, that's not right, folks. And they did nothing. They blew it off as well. All right. So you got CPS, Broward County Sheriff. The school system did nothing. Okay. They knew this kid was trouble. What? They can't They can't notify FBI. They can't notify anybody. So for the superintendent to get up there on national TV and, I'm sorry, blatantly lie, I'm incensed. All right. And everybody should be. And I feel, this is ridiculous, and this has got to stop. Because, like I said, there was more to this than meets the eye. And when you have senators, United States senators getting up there without any information or without all the information and making snap judgments about how we need tighter gun control and whatever without having all the information. And then, it being a systemic now with the information coming out now that this is a systemic problem in the system. Now where are they? Now they're quiet. And now, you know what? If you look at all the news, okay, all the news, this is not on the front page anymore. Why? Because their agenda is now crumbling. Okay? Because they know now that the FBI screwed up, the Broward County Sheriff screwed up, the school system screwed up, CPS screwed up, everybody screwed up, and there were warning signs. Okay? And they know. All right? So please, folks, when this stuff happens, don't just go lockstep with the media. Don't go lockstep with the progressives or whatever. Wait for the information to come out. All right. We still don't have all the information on the Vegas shooter, and that happened what? That happened October 1st, I believe. Yeah. Right. So we still don't have all the information on that. So stop rushing to judgment until all the facts are in. Okay? Because now you can see that you're wrong and that this is a problem with the FBI sharing information, Broward County Sheriff's sharing information, school system sharing information. This is an information sharing and systemic failure. All right? And now, because of that, you've got 17 dead people. And the majority of them are kids. All right? Not good. Not good at all. This is big. This is huge. People should fucking resign, okay? I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for the language, but people have got to resign. This is ridiculous, all right? This is a travesty. This should not have happened. This was preventable on many occasions. This was preventable. This should have been prevented years ago, okay? This kid was a ticking time bomb. Everybody knew it, and nobody did a goddamn thing, all right? The people that should have done something did nothing, all right? That's that. I'm going to try to get another video out soon. Again, the email's in the video description. Please like and share this video as much as possible. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of future upcoming videos. Yeah, sorry. That's about it. We'll speak again soon. God bless America.